Shit, I really hope y'all can hear me. Oh my god, look at this shit. My glasses all messed up. Look at you talking just like, yeah, can you, damn. It's embarrassing. It's crazy. Glasses already fucked up looking. Damn. Yeah, as you can see, I need a haircut. Just for me. It's just because I have helmet hair or whatever, but I'm not gonna do that shit. What I'm really planning on doing is reattaching my hair. See if I can find somebody who can reattach the locks for me and shit. I'll pay for that shit, whatever. Hopefully it's not like $500 or some weird ass shit. But yeah. See if they can like take the locks and form them into like, go from free form to forming them into whatchamacallit, normal locks and shit, you know what I mean? Or take my old locks and then see if they can form them into normal locks, but like just by crochet, and then like if they can like reattach them somehow to my hair and shit. I still got my hair and shit. I still got my old set of locks. I'm trying to see if they can do that shit for me. Only because I really miss my locks. But at the same time, honestly, I don't. It's weird, man. Like, I don't mind having long hair. I just don't really like it. I don't like having the hair all up my face. I don't like the hair all getting everywhere. But I do like having, like, hair. You know what I mean? I do like having long hair, but I don't like having, like, the hair to take care of. I don't like taking care of it, so, One thing I found out mostly for me personally is I don't really have to take care of my hair. It's more of just a scalp condition. Like I have like a lot of dandruff and dry itchy scalp and flakiness and shit. So yeah, get like a dandruff shampoo, for that type of thing. And moisturize the scalp and all that shit. And stop eating so much mucusy forming things. Excuse me. So that's pretty much what that's about. My water shit. Yeah. My phone is technically fucked up right now, so I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Y'all can see me, but we gonna make this video anyways. It really sucks if I have to get another phone. I really don't want another phone, but whatever. So nothing much to talk about right now. We just chilling. It's just crazy right now, man. I was talking about yesterday. Once again, the craziness follows me, man. So I'm getting off the bus yesterday, and I'm walking to work. First of all, I don't know what it is yesterday, but it was like a lot of crazy people out here. My God, come on now, get that shit taken care of. But yeah, a lot of crazy people out here yesterday. It was just, I say out here, I mean like in Houston, just in Houston. Because I was like, I was going to my storage unit, and then I was passing up this corner intersection, and this motherfucker was like looking at me all weird and shit, like behind me, all looking like, looking like that and shit. As I'm walking past, and I'm looking at him like, why are you looking at me like that, nigga? What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like, no, bro, some real shit. Like, no cap. Like, you being weird as fuck. Then the nigga was like smoking a cigarette, right? And he was like, "Oh, you stay around here?" And I was looked at him like in like a nonchalant, annoyed way, and was like, "No," and just kept on moving because it's like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Why are you talking to me? Like you see me trying to go from point A to point B. You see me walking with urgency. Why are you like talking to me, bro? What do you want? And it's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. I know what you want, man. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're on the streets. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Broke ass nigga. Mark ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? That shit aggravated me. Made me really annoyed. And then, like, I'm on the bus, right? I go to the bus stop and I see another homeless nigga. At the bus stop. I see shit on the ground. At the bus stop. I get on the bus. I'm on the bus. There's some other guy. He comes on the bus and he's all talking to himself. He just stares at me. the whole time I'm on the bus. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on today, bro? What's going on? What's wrong with you? But I remember it's like, January 29th. These people ain't got no money. They broke. They end up on the streets. So it's like a resurgence. This is what people do, bro. They end up on the streets and shit. And they just lose their fucking minds. It's annoying. It's annoying as fuck. So then I get to my job. I get dropped off, on the street, right? I'm walking to my job, and then the motherfucker, like, some lady and shit starts crying and shit, and then got up out of her car and was like, sir. She's like, have you heard of Jesus Christ? Like, I've never heard of, like, who the fuck has never heard of Jesus Christ? That's the first thing. And then I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm late for work. Like, I need to go to work. You're in my way, like, move. And then she's all like, but if you die today, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, get the fuck away from me. What the fuck? Weird ass motherfucker, man. So I realized, I was like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers out here on something. They wilding, bro. Like, acting like a big ass bitch right now, let's be honest with you, bro. Acting like a real bitch. And that shit's like, man, fuck you, man. I'm tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. God damn. It's stupid too, bro. This shit fucking stupid, man. But yeah. I cannot stand that shit. So I put two together, and I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers really, it's the end of the month, they ain't got their rent money, and now they broke as fuck and they out on the streets, and so now they're losing their fucking minds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like looking like, bitch ass bitch. You acting like a real bitch right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm keeping a G. I'm keeping a G because it's like, bro, you act like we not in the Midwest. You know what I mean? We are not. This ain't New York City, bro. We good, bro. Like, you see what I'm wearing? I'm wearing fucking shorts and fucking t-shirts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm chilling, bro. What the fuck these niggas talking about? Like, bro, calm down. This bitch is a nice ass car and shit. She don't know what to do. Like, you don't gotta do that shit. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, honestly, bro, you're not gonna be homeless for the rest of your fucking life, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's how you know the system got people brainwashed and traumatized to be fucking homeless and shit. And it's like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Even if you're gonna be homeless, you're not gonna be homeless forever, bro. Like, get back on your shit, bro. That's all I can say, bro. What the fuck you mean? That shit ain't finna be forever. What you mean? Stupid shit. But I don't blame him, though. I don't blame him. Cause you feel that way, you're like, oh, well, nah, bro. But it's a life lesson, though, because it teaches you not to put all your eggs in one basket, not to trust this motherfucking system. Because it's fucking faulty. It's not, because that's not reality, bro. Nothing in this life is meant to last forever. What the fuck you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? All these op ass niggas fucking walking around me and shit. Anyways, that's why I'm like, man, fuck y'all motherfuckers, man. I let that shit go, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck, bro? Hell nah, these niggas is weird as fuck, bro. And it is, like, funny to me because I'm laughing because, like, I came out on this motherfucker, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain. I was just thinking about that shit the other day. I was like, man, like, you know, there's times where people out here end up being on the streets because of certain things. And that's how I was trying to realize. I was like, oh, yeah, this is the time period right now to, like, close it off. As soon as that shit happened in the morning, I was like, oh, yeah, it's right now, if you don't know, it's the time period to close the fuck off. Because right now, remember, I told you about, you ever seen the business wheel, right? The marketing wheel. You know what I'm saying? It has 12 marketing sectors of business. And those 12 marketing sectors match exactly to the 12 zodiac signs. So now we're in Aquarius season. You get what I'm saying? We in Aquarius season, and that is the magician energy, you know, power and shit. Like, you gotta be in your power right now. You gotta really stand up on your 2 feet and use what you know how to do to survive, bro. You know what I'm saying? That way, if when you solidify yourself in that, the next one, which is Pisces season, is mastery. You get what I'm saying? And once you become the master of it, you know what I'm saying, you know how to use that. So you use that shit. Do what you know how to do, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, fuck that shit right now. And remember, that's not just doesn't mean like skill. Like I know how to. I'm a carpenter. I know how to fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, it's gonna be like some Viking shit. You know what I'm saying? Ragnar. You know what I'm saying? He was a fucking farmer, but what he knew how to do best was fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? And conquer people and shit. And so, a lot of people out here gonna be trying to rob people. Speaking of which, the Little Caesars, not the one I work at, but the different one and shit, they got fucking robbed. They got robbed and shit. Because my the GM fucking calling and shit and being like, hey, quick, though, you know what I'm saying? Put the money in the safe, da 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 da. They robbing and shit. I was like, dude, what the fuck? So yeah, you already know what it is, man. I'm like, what the fuck? That's that time period, bro. My motherfuckers out here be robbing niggas and shit. Because it's like, remember, Christmas season, the holiday season is where they make the most money. And if you think about it, generally, it's not just about money, it's about resource. We went past summer, we went past, spring, where you start to plant your seeds, or you looking at, things are starting to grow again. You harvested that shit. I mean, they grew, right? So you plant your seeds in spring. They grew in the summer, right? Because all that heat energy and the rain, right? High levels of energy into the planet. Then you have fall, where the fruits start to fall. You know what I'm saying? You harvest all your crops and shit. And then you have the winter, right? Really the beginning of winter, because you got to get ready for that shit. So everybody starts stocking up what they need and shit. That's why we have Thanksgiving and we have Christmas and you get fat as fuck and eat all that fucking holiday fat. You get holiday fat because we're all supposed to get holiday fat. Why? Because it's cold. So nothing's growing and shit. So we eat as much as we possibly can, all of the harvest we have from the year, and then we hibernate, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So you should be like losing weight as the winter starts to go off, you know what I'm saying? And by the time it's spring, you know what I'm saying, you got your spring body skinny, you know what I'm saying? And you start working out in spring, by the time summer you got your beach body, so you know what I'm saying, you can handle the energies and shit, you know what I'm saying, of the heat and all that shit like that, you're not just sweating like that, you feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, it's like that type of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what that shit's about. You know what I'm saying? So, but when it comes to the money, though, the money is mostly made in the fucking holiday season. You already know. Most businesses mostly sell in the holiday season. And so, when it comes to everyday people and shit, that's when they get the most work. You know what I'm saying? And so, what the thing about it is once you go past the holiday season, right? That's when they start trimming off the fat. As I was trying to say, you know what I'm saying? You should be losing fucking weight, you know what I'm saying, as the fucking goddamn winter season. Because the winter season really or at least for over here, is at the end of March. You know what I'm saying? We're like pretty much, you know what I'm saying, at the end of January. So it's like, shit, February hasn't even hit yet. So we like in the middle, so to speak, close to the middle and shit. Because it really starts not the end of March, I mean the beginning of March. It's at the end of February because winter really starts at the end of. They said on the news, you know what I'm saying? Like winter officially started, so it's like that was like the end of December. So it's like if it didn't start in the beginning of December, I mean you got 3 months. There's 3 seasons. It's 3 months for one season, right? So that's December, January, February, and if it's at the end, if it started at the end of December, that means it's going to end at the end of February. Just close to March, and so that's what I'm saying. So like we pretty much here, we're like pretty much almost at the end. It's like the last month. You get what I'm saying? Because if it's the end of January, end of December to the end of January, that's 1 month. That's what I'm saying. If it's 3 months, right? And if it's the end of fucking January to the end of February, see what I'm saying? It's gonna be the end of February to the end of March. You know what I'm saying? So really gonna be the end of March. So we like in the middle of the winter season. You know what I'm saying? And so these people, you know what I'm saying, that's what's going on. They didn't make a lot of money. And then once again, if somebody's making money, somebody's spending money. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people probably spend too much money. You get what I'm saying? they spent too much money, they didn't make enough money, you know, return their investments. You get what I'm saying? And so a lot of them fucked up. And that's why a lot of them are out on the streets right now. You get what I'm saying? I'm kind of glad my shit happened quickly. I said, my shit happened before that shit even fucking was supposed to happen. That shit. I came out on the streets pretty early, so I don't give a fuck. I was on the streets. I was wondering, like, why is there nobody on the streets? I must have cleaned up the streets and shit. Because like, when the inflation happened, the streets was fucking full of homeless people everywhere. And so it shows you that, you know, there's seasons. You know, that there's seasons of people, you know what I'm saying, becoming homeless on the street. And homeless people are not just homeless. And that means that nobody's really homeless. We just be out on the streets for whatever reason we be out on the streets. You get what I'm saying? Because when inflation hit, man, the police had to fucking clean up the city. They had to clean up the city. You know what I'm saying? But that's the dumb part about it. That's the thing about this system. It's crazy, man. You know? And that's how you know everything's in a fucking illusion. Because if you got all these homeless people out here because of high inflation and shit like that, or whatever the fuck, and bullshit ass economy and bullshit jobs and commerce, then how the fuck, right? Are you gonna get the police? They get the police instead of getting people, maybe the church, right? The church to come out here and fucking help people and have programs for people and shit. They don't do that shit. These motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, they call the police. Like, that shit crazy. Like, what the fuck is the police supposed to do? But that's really what they is about. Because, you know, I told you, like, they want you to commit a crime so they can fucking send you to jail so they can get you for free labor. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, this shit, these motherfuckers, man. I swear to God, bro. These motherfuckers. Yo, but anyways. So that's pretty much what it's about right now. You know, it's like you gotta use your own powers and shit, what you know how to do to make some motherfucking money, to make it happen. You know, and I was talking to Spirit last night in a deep meditation. You know what I'm saying? With the crescent moon. You feel me? I come to get a realization that, like, the only thing that's really guaranteed is your ass being broke. You know, sometimes you get confirmation, right, when people talk. Like, I was on the bus, right? I was trying to catch the bus. I was at a metro stop, and this young nigga, right? Young nigga was talking. He was talking to his homie and shit on the phone. I'm overhearing the conversation, being nosy. I ain't gonna hold you. I was. But he was talking about, oh, yeah, man. He's like, oh, man, I'm on Westheimer and shit now, bro. He's like, yeah, I'm looking at people driving around in Teslas and shit, and Mercedes-Benz and all this shit. There's nothing but motivation to me, bro. There's nothing but motivation to me. Shit, I ain't finna be broke forever and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm really about this money and shit. And I'm thinking, like, no. Because that's exactly how me and my homies talk. Like, when we were in our early 20s, we were often like, yeah, we want to do great things in life, and we weren't really ready for the fucking fuckery, the bullshit, the instability of life itself. You know, the fake promises. You know what I'm saying? The cartoon, childish like dreams and shit. We didn't realize that shit. And it's crazy because it's sad because it's such a waste of energy. You get what I'm saying? You know, that's why if you really think about it, most of the warriors in ancient times were like in their early 20s or in their late teens. Because that's when you have the most energy. And it's just like this system this system sucks the energy out of young people. They ruin your twice. People are, oh yeah, and I agree. But like, why? See, you're not a wise person by telling me, yeah, you ain't gonna know shit in your 20s and shit. Like, motherfucker, why? Because they waste your energy. They build up a whole world. You get what I'm saying? They tweaked every aspect, and they fucking make sure as soon as you got out the womb, they were brainwashing you and brainwashing you and brainwashing you to fall in love with some bullshit ass fucking idea of the way life's supposed to be. You became an adult and used all your human energy. You get what I'm saying? To do this shit that never existed, and then by the time you fucking get older, that's when you realize, like, what the fuck? You play the fool. Something else. It's something else. But I digress, you know what I'm saying? I digress. But yeah, so the only thing that's guaranteed is you being broke as fuck. You know, the only thing guaranteed is you dying. The only thing guaranteed is you getting sick. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it's not a depressing thing. What I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, like, you gotta prepare. You know what I'm saying? Like, eat healthy, because the only thing guaranteed is you're gonna be sick. You know, save your money, because the only thing you gonna be guaranteed is you're gonna be broke. That's really how life really be like. You know what I'm saying? So when he's all talking about, I'm like, he don't really get it, bro. He shouldn't even be talking all that shit. Oh, I want a Mercedes Benz. Man, fuck that Benz, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what it's about. A car is meant for one thing and one thing only. I don't want to say transportation necessarily, but I can't get the word in my mouth right now. Transmute? Damn, I can't remember the shit. Damn, I can't remember the shit. That's crazy. But you get what I'm saying? Getting from point A to point B. That's it. It's supposed to take you from your place of residence to your job or a business where you can do a transaction and shit and go back to your crib. That's it. Period. Don't get it twisted, man. That's what a vehicle's for. If you have that, man, fuck a Tesla. Fuck a Mercedes Benz. You get what I'm saying? Shit, you live in Texas, nigga. Ford is the, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck you talking about? Texas, what the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Ford is the best in Texas. So stop playing, you know? It's that type of shit I'm talking about, bro. It's like, no, bro, you don't understand. Like, you know? That's what this shit's about, bro. It's not about what you want. It's about what's going down, what's going on. You know, because the only thing I was saying before, the only thing I was saying before to myself, the only thing that's important, the only thing that matters in life, the only thing that's real in life are two things. The only thing that life's really about is two things. Life's about survival and power. Those are the only two things life's about. Don't ever get it twisted. And that's on the aspect of duality, just like masculinity and femininity, you know what I'm saying, as a concept is like, you know what I'm saying, or up or down or left or right. You get what I'm saying? We're third dimensional beings. You know what I'm saying? We live in the 3D. You know what I'm saying? That's just physics. That's life, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's real life. Rastafari. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Because it's survival and power. Those are the only two things that matter. Everything else is bullshit. People tell you, oh, love and fear, those things don't even exist. It's fucking survival and power. Look at the animal kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at animals and shit. Like, do these motherfuckers really be in fear? Don't get me wrong, yeah, some animals are being fear. You could tell an animal's scared and all that shit, you feel me? But really, if you look at the whole, like, I'm talking about the whole animal kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Is a squirrel scared of a motherfucking lion? These motherfucking squirrels sleep on squirreling. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. They keep on squirreling though. So what I'm saying is, like, it's about survival and power. You know what I'm saying? That's all it really, life's really about. It's like survival and power, bro. Survival and power. You know? That's all that shit's about. You know what I'm saying? That's the real game that people are playing and shit. So every other virtue or moral system, it don't mean a motherfucking thing. Because that's what it really comes down to at the end of the day. Those two things are survival and power. Who has power and how you surviving. You know what I mean? And you use your survival tactics, right, to get power. You know? That's what you do. Use your survival tactics to get power. And if you have power, You have to maintain that power. That's your survival. This is why rich people don't understand, you know what I'm saying, poor people. Not on some like bouginess, but I'm talking about like they don't give a fuck about people like not being fed and all this other shit. They think that's just the way they are, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like they don't even really. It's hard to explain exactly because I'm not rich, but I know what I'm talking about. You know, because I have rich fucking cousins and fucking rich fucking uncles and shit. Like they don't understand where we coming from. Here's a perfect example. Like I said before, my auntie wanted me to go to her fucking 40-year-old birthday bash, and then my fucking wanted me to pay $400 for a fucking dripped out fucking suit and tie and all this shit just to fucking wear it once. Like, bitch, what the fuck? I'm a broke ass nigga. Like, I don't got no money to be. I'm living in the hood and shit. $400. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? You can miss me with that shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's the motherfucker you gotta rob. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I'd rob the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna miss that $400. Talking about wasting $400 on wearing a fucking one. You know what I'm saying? For your birthday, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You better buy an OE. You know what I'm saying? You better buy like a 40 ounce. You know what I'm saying? You better buy some Shutters Home from fucking Walgreens or and Walmart and shit, HEB and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Buy you some wine and call it a day. What the fuck you talking about? Shit. But anyways, so you know, that's because they're doctors and shit like that. You know, they don't give like they don't understand like what the fuck. Hell no, fuck you. You know, I would never. And it is a fuck you. You be thinking like, bitch, you know I don't make a lot of money like that. As much as I know doctor and shit, I ain't finna be spending my money like that. But the fact you and it's like they don't even understand or the audacity of asking me that question is like, bitch. So it shows you some shit. It shows you these motherfuckers they don't even think like you do. They don't care, you know? That's just a little example. But it gets deeper, but you know, that's a little example. They don't even think the same. So it's like it's about survival and power. And just because somebody has a higher status than you doesn't mean, right, that they have power. Because the only real thing, like power is real, but the only real thing is survival. It's not really power. Power is like an illusionary aspect. It's used by fear. You know what I mean? And not just fear, right? But fear and love. It uses fear and love, but survival is not about fear and love. Survival is really more about fear. But I would say, you know what I'm saying, survival is really just the way you're living. You know, you become content with what you have and what's going on. You get used to it. You adapt. You know what I'm saying? And so survival doesn't really, you know what I'm saying, deal with fear or love. It just is what it is at that point. But power is definitely dealing with fear and love. You know, remind me of this little scene. I was watching a little clip on Instagram, whatever, on YouTube, whatever. This guy, he sold his fucking retarded daughter because she was, I guess I don't want to say she was retarded, but she was like, you know what I'm saying? She like was deformed or some shit, I guess. And so like he treated her like shit, and then like, you know what I'm saying? Like he sold her to this like rich ass lady, and then like I'm saying like daughter was like, you could buy me, but I'm not finna go. And that's what I'm saying, because she's basically expressing that you can't have power over me, because that's true. Nobody can really have power over you. That's why you can kill yourself. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to survival, they know that it's not about what they can do to you, but it's about your survival. Your dad don't want you no more. That's why he sold you to me. You get what I'm saying? And now this is how you're going to survive. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about this you know, I can't even think of the words right now. But you know what I'm saying? It's not about this, is it throat wrenching? I can't even think of the word. Fuck it. It's not about this, you know, oh my God, like, you know, I need to survive this way. It's so harsh, and you know, it's not all about that sometimes. It's just about, you know, hey, like, your way of life, you know? That's what it's really about. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why it's like those two things aren't really gonna matter and shit. You know? It's about those two fucking things. The power exists, but it's really an illusion. You know what I mean? It's really an illusion. You know? That's what people don't really understand. It's really an illusion because you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You just got to accept the consequence. That's why rebels and shit. I was watching that shit on YouTube. So these motherfuckers got a documentary, right? Not a documentary, excuse me. I don't know what to call that shit, but they have a video, right? They a compilation of videos they've created. They basically follow the migrants. So if you don't know the situation politically, the migrants that are going from South America into America right now, they had some people have been a whole journalism documentary, and they followed them all the way from like I don't know exactly where, but it's somewhere in South America, all the way up here to America, right? It's Texas, and it's like, bro. And they were explaining everything, like, this was going on, and I'm not gonna get too deep in it, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not just so-called Hispanics. It's like the United Nations is sending people from different countries, all the countries and shit, into South America to take this trail. They call it the Trail of Tears. Ironic, right? You know what I'm saying? Because they had a whole Trail of Tears. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So when they had all the the Native Americans, right? You know what I'm saying, that were all here in South United States, South side of the United States, on the East Coast. Sorry, East Coast, my bad, the West Coast. And then, you learn if you know Texas history and United States history, you know what I'm saying, they took them all this way to South America to Mexico, you know what I'm saying? Now they're so-called Hispanics, right? I digress. But, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck? And then they call that the Trail of Tears. Now they're calling this new shit the Trail of Tears. And people are talking about the colonizers. It's a whole situation. I'm not gonna get too deep. We're not getting too deep into this shit. But my point I'm just trying to make is, you see the way they fucking doing that shit. It's like they don't give a fuck about that shit. They're crossing borders and shit because it's about power. They're taking the power into their own hands. You know, it's mostly men. And when these are not, and they talk about, they love Joe Biden because he's opened up the border and shit, whoop-de-whoop. But at the end of the day, on a realistic aspect, you have to look at this shit. These are not just what are these men here for? They want to work, right? Fine, but is that really what they're here for? No, they're men. That's masculinity, that's power. They here for those are really warriors. That's what you're really dealing with, is warriors. You know what I mean? So you gotta look at it on that aspect. That's a real thing. But I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. So a lot of shit going on out here in the world right now. The energies, the way things are going down. You get what I'm saying? Remember, because like people always want to come back to the money, and the money is what people in power give to people that they have power over. So you really have to realize it's not really about who's getting the money. You get what I'm saying? Now, for us as individuals in the system, of course it is. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to look at the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying? It's about who gets the power. You know what I mean? Who's having power over people. You get what I'm saying? Because who's having power over people, that's the way they survive. So they don't know anything else but to have power over people. So to them, it's not shit. They're not really having power over people. They're just surviving. This is what they do. This is how they eat. So, but yeah, I feel like I said too much about all that shit. So it's a very peculiar time right now, you know what I'm saying, in the world. Where the energy is working and shit. You know, I still have fucking to figure out things for myself. Because I was came to the conclusion, I'm like, I don't make enough money really to have my own apartment. And I do, but it's gonna be like lackluster. I'm gonna run out of money fast. I'm not gonna have enough money, and I might fuck up on a payment. You know what I'm saying? I might fuck up here and there. I might slip up. You know, so I'm thinking about maybe just buying a car and just skipping town. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about either that or if I can find more. If I can find more work, we could do that. But I don't really have time to sit here and try to make more money because that requires like skills and all that shit, and I'm not established enough to do that. So, you know, when it comes to just working a job and shit, it's not really enough. You know, these rinky-dink jobs ain't doing shit. You know, so we'll have to see. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm thinking about doing. Only because I've made way more money. I literally made more than twice as much money as I'm making now in other places. You know, and I said before many times, I'll say it again. The only reason I'm here is because of my family, and they fucking left me out in the cold. So with that being said, it's like I have no ties being here anymore. I don't have any friends here anymore. I don't have no family here anymore that I give a fuck about. All my friends have betrayed me. I don't care about them. I don't like this city. I don't like the people here. I don't like, I don't like this place. You know what I'm saying? I don't. So it's just like I'm thinking about, skipping town and just kind of going somewhere else. But, that's the question, where to go, you know what I'm saying? And if you're going to go somewhere, don't make it based off the hype. Definitely do not make it based off the hype. Because it's just hype. I'm telling you right now, it's probably just hype. You're going to be disappointed. Go where you're needed. Go where your skill set is. Go where you're gonna, what industry you're in and things like that. It's not even about the people. It's not about the locals. It's not about all that. It's just about like, okay, you gotta know, like, if you're into auto technicians and things like that, you're into the medical field, things like that. That's what you should be trying to like find for a place. If you're into tech, go to a city where they have a good tech program, things like that. Because that's what matters the most. Because I made that mistake in the past, going to places based off of hype and think cool things and things like that. But you don't really want to do that. So, no, sir. Doing good. Thank you. But yeah, you don't want to do all that. You want to definitely go somewhere, where it's really not even about, not about the people. It's really about the money. That's what it's really about. But yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing myself. And to be honest, I'm gonna say this last thing. How do I explain this? If you're trying to have success, especially for late like millennials and Gen Zs, I feel like you definitely should try to check out smaller towns, because smaller towns are kind of getting a come up right now. I don't know if you've seen any commercials here and there, but they're building homes, they're building places, and these places are cheaper. And they have good startup industries. These major cities, like I said, they're moving all the migrants into these major cities, and it's a clusterfuck. I'm just going to be honest with you. It is. And so, like, I'm trying to let you know that, I think that's not a good thing to do right now. I'm looking at some smaller cities in Texas that, so to speak, are not so much famous cities, because it's just a better move, It's a better move than to be in these major cities. Major cities are horrible. You can go to any major city in America, and I guarantee, even in the world, and you're gonna find a New York nigga. And I was like, what? On God, on God. You're gonna find somebody from New York, because New York niggas know how to survive anywhere and everywhere, and they have a street mentality, because it is a street. And so I'm just letting you know, like, that's how it is, bro. Like, it's like they always. That's why I'm so, like, good at this shit. Because when I was young and I ended up on the streets and shit, the first person I was, like, connected to and learned from the most was this New York nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was a decade older than me, and he was letting me know everything. Like, oh, this is this. That's what this. When a dude do this, he started explaining shit, and I was just like, what the fuck? I was learning, just soaking up all this information. And so I know when motherfuckers is trying to do shit. Straight up. Straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know when motherfuckers is trying to do shit. Straight up. So I don't even wait. That's a street code shit. That's not like life. You know what I mean? So he couldn't help me, like, elevate in life. Just street shit. And that's what I'm saying. But I've done this so long that it's like, to me, street shit is not even really, like, intimidating. You know what I'm saying? Street shit is not intimidating to me. You know what I'm saying? Hood shit is not intimidating to me. It's just, like, fear. And that's what I was thinking the other day, too. Like, I'm like, most of these people that be scared of, like, hood niggas and niggas and guns and thuggy ass niggas and shit, like, all the thugs, all these gangsters and thugs, you think they're hard as fuck? They're not hard as fuck. They're all just scared. You get what I'm saying? That's all. Like, they're all just scared, bro. That's why they do what they do, is because they're scary. I was listening to this tarot card reader. He was a Capricorn tarot card reader the other day. And this motherfucker was talking about how, like, they closed his bank account. Or so he lost his bank card. And now he has to get a new bank card. And it's going to take about a week to get there. He has to pay his rent. And he has his kids to feed. And he has no money. And then he started talking shit about, like, how, like, nobody's here to help him and shit. And how, you know, all the comments in the comment section saying you're a great tarot card reader and we love you and all that shit don't mean shit. And he needs money. And it's like, motherfucker, you making shit for free on YouTube. What are you talking about? You posting shit on YouTube for the frego. You know what I mean? Like, that's not legitimate business. You can't just demand shit. Like, you don't even know what you're doing. If you want to make money, you gotta fucking come professional. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come right. You gotta come correct. You can't get angry. And it's not the first time I've seen some shit like that, where hood niggas get on the internet and they fucking be on some inspirational shit for the hood or whatever the fuck. And then they fucking get angry at their fans because they don't support them or some shit. And you looking at they like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And they get angry and then they be thinking like, bro, I'm about to rob somebody and shit. And you're like, bro, they think they're acting all hard and they're warriors, but it's like, no, bro, you're a coward. You just don't know you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you're a coward because you're just scared, bro. And you acted on your fear, you know what I'm saying? Like Bob Marley said, don't get panicky and run in the wrong direction. Like, bro, this motherfucker's doing that shit hard than a bitch. You know? That's not warrior like, bro. That's not noble. That's not shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might have a good heart. Your heart's in the right place, but your mind is not. And so you fucking tripping right now. Like, even how he came across, like, you getting angry at your fans and shit, yelling at us, talking about how we ain't shit and we ain't helping you out and shit because we ain't sending you any donations and we ain't offering up no money. You know what I'm saying? We just giving you good comments, but you have to understand, you put your shit out for free. You put content. You want to get paid for your content, then you have to demand that shit. That's just common sense, bro. I don't have a lemonade stand and I'm just giving people lemonade for free and then I'm just like, what the fuck? Y'all gonna just drink my lemonade and nobody gonna fucking try to offer me nothing? Like, they gonna be like, nigga, you gave it to us. Like, what the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. And if you're gonna do that, you have to have power over somebody. You get what I'm saying? It's just the truth. You know, it's like at you go to a bar, right? What they do? They take your card and shit. They put on your tab. You know what I'm saying? And then you just ask for drinks. You ask for drinks until you want to close the tab, and they give you your card back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you have to. It has to be like some what's the word? You know what I mean? It has to be verified. It has to make sense. Like, you're not making sense. You know what I'm saying? So you have the life fucked up. You have life fucked up. You know what I'm saying? On that aspect. Like, it doesn't even make sense. So you just confused. That's why you're frustrated. And now that confusion has led to a misunderstanding that's cost you a lot. And that's why you're in the situation. You know? Like, no offense, dude. It's like you're a 40-year. He's about I'm 40 years old. You're a 40-year-old man with a daughter. It's like, why the fuck do we have to give a fuck about you and your money, bro? You know what I'm saying? The fuck? What happened to all this earth angel shit and being no righteous and all? Nah, it wasn't about that shit. That means it was always about the money. And you didn't even know what you were doing. I digress. But, so, yeah. A lot of people, you know, that's so it's just a lot of like a lot of that is going on right now, you know. And the funny thing about the ironic thing is this is not nothing new to me. And I feel like not even just to me, I feel like this is some shit. You see that, what's that movie called with Martin Lawrence in it? The Black Knight. I feel like since that time period, you know what I'm saying? This shit's been going on. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers been thugging and shit. I'm about to steal some apples from the orchard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas been trying to steal a cow and you know what I'm saying? I was watching Marco Polo, you know what I'm saying? The kind of cons. You know what I'm saying? He's like, this man stole a cow. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He must sacrifice his daughter. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. This been going down for years, for eons. You know what I'm saying? Broke motherfuckers have been out here for eons. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just realizing like this shit is not trying to change, bro. Motherfuckers just been this is about so we're gonna be like this. You know what I mean? And anybody that's talking on some like, we gotta save black people, we gotta save the people, I'm not saying you can't be on the shit, but like, bro, you a lying piece of shit. You lying. And it's ironic as all this is going down, right, with the whole migrant situation. They want to bring out a Bob Marley movie. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust you. Nah, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. But shit. I don't know. I'm just talking shit. I'm gonna go ahead and call it though. And I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.